people, it's your girl here. Self-love, self first. Self-love, self first. All right, I got something on my mind and I got something on my finger, a band-aid. All right, so seriously, self-love, self first. You already know the vibes, right? And this is to all my people who invest time into themselves. Whether you do it quietly or you do it loud, baby. Let everybody know who you are. Let everybody know your gifts. Let yourself be seen. So, the thought that's coming to my mind when it comes to all of this is tapping into spirituality, right? Now, I'm seeing a lot of jealousy. We're just gonna say that, which it shouldn't even be, but when it comes to folks, they want to call people out. Oh, now everybody wants to be Muslim. Oh, now everybody wants to be spiritual. Oh, now everybody wants to be, X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people that are trying to tap into peace. However, they've always been programmed about religions. And you cannot fault someone for trying to join a religion of some sort. However, you also cannot fault someone for finding what's called spirituality, finding themselves and expressing themselves, knowing the naturalness of their being. Like, you cannot fault somebody for that. This life is to be actually done very simple, and we're not going to say who they are, but they have ruined it for a lot of people because of programming. And if you're tapping into this is what you're basically experiencing. You understand? So, self-love, self-first. Tap into your spirituality. Tap into your soul. Tap into who you are. You're not bugging out. You're not. You're just waking up and realizing that what was the system and the program that was put in place by people who were trying to capitalize and make money and create what's called rat races, you no longer want to follow that trend. It's like a trend, guys. Like, you're not allowing these people to clout on the way they made money on all of us. You're not allowing for these people to do what they do. So listen up. Just be as natural as possible, but you must do it. I'm telling you right now, you must do it with love. And I don't mean love like an emotional feeling of I love you, you love me. I'm talking about like taking care of yourself to the highest abundance as possible, to the point where you are not speaking evil, you're not hearing evil, you don't taste evil, you don't touch evil. You understand? Utilizing your senses to be able to tap into what is put out there. And when I say taste evil, let's just put it out there. Processed foods, seeing evil, allowing television to program you, hear evil, separating yourself from people who are still programmed and they want to keep clouding on a certain personality that they feel is making them who they want to be, like capitalizing on something. I don't know, so you can stop listening to that nonsense and listening to nonsense music. Learn how to listen to good music that actually feeds your soul. You understand? Something that's invigorating for you, something that's calming. Though you don't always have to listen to spa music or solfeggios only. You understand? There's a lot of music that you can listen to that is very, very comforting for you. And there's a lot of artists that are coming out now that are spiritual, that are creating what's called content that's really good. right? And then also touching, like touching evil is in regards to like let's say touching something that doesn't belong to you, stealing, if you understand spirituality and you understand your intuition, it feeds you information and it gives you an update, an upload, information on what is for you. And if you're touching something that's not for you, then there you go. So we already spoke about the touching, the hearing, the seeing, the tasting, smell. You understand? Like you shouldn't be subject to smelling things that don't suit you. You understand? Like I know a couple of people, since I've changed a lot of traditional programmed ways, we'll say that, when I'm around a lot of people who actually are still programmed, a lot of them, excuse my language, but they have a certain odor that you can tell the type of foods that they eat. It comes out of their pores. So when you are cleansed and when you are healed, you're around these folks, of course, with compassion, you move away from them, you get away from them. However, you don't have to be around them. Now, what I will say is that's all that processed food that's in their system. A lot of people have this odor about them that is just, I don't know, I don't even know if they even smell themselves. You ever back in the days, someone puts a perfume or cologne on, and then by the beginning of the morning, and depending upon if you buy cheap or if you buy real, you could smell it or you can't smell it. You understand? So it's kind of like what to say, cheap colognes, cheap perfumes, and about maybe 10 minutes you can't smell it. And then the real good stuff, the real original authentic stuff that you buy in certain department stores, you're smelling like that all day. Or even your own odor, like somebody can be around you, they can smell you, but you can't smell yourself. Okay, so I don't think these people who are still eating things that are not healthy, I don't think they smell themselves. Like I've been around people who smell like Franks naturally, and I'm like, I wonder what the hell was they eating. You understand? Maybe they were eating a Frank or something, but I don't know. Like they literally have the specific body odor. And anyway, enough about that, because I'm not sitting here trying to judge or speak about anybody. I'm trying to speak to my people who are experiencing these things, and no one is actually really talking about it. Like, this is not bad talking. This is not me talking as if I feel I'm better than you, better than me, better than all of that. No, it's none of that. This is not the vibes that's here. I'm speaking about truth. That's the experience that you go through when you're in these situations, when you're improving yourself, when you're eating good stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing high vibrational stuff, when you're doing things that are valuable, these are the things that you go through. You understand? So, I mean, to each his own. You choose to live how you want to live. You got to start somewhere if you're trying to make a change. And for those who have made changes, I know you guys understand me. You understand? I know that it becomes a whole different way, and it's actually a blessing on so many levels. You understand? People say, you change your life and it becomes boring. It actually doesn't. You do go through what's called the dark moment when you're trying to, how people fast when it comes to food. You start fasting your spirit. You start fasting certain things. However, if you learn how to live in that realm, you understand that you can have a higher abundance of fun. Like there's a whole nother level to living life, and life doesn't stop. You understand? You just live it on a better, higher frequency, a more valuable way of living. You live it on a phenomenal level that it's amazing. It's amazing. That's all I gotta say. It's amazing. So for those who know what I'm talking about, like, continue to do the work that you do, because I know you had to go through stuff to get to where you at. Or have you been taught automatically and you were, I highly doubt many people have been like this since born. You understand? However, blessings to all. Blessings to all, no matter what level of life you're on, because this is not about picky and choosy, about who's right and who's wrong on how they live. You choose to do what you want to do, and that's on you. However, for those spiritual people, don't judge them because they chose to be different. Because they chose to tap into who they are. You understand? Like, don't judge us. Don't be that way. Tap in. You could do it too. Anybody could do it. Everybody is like that. You know, everybody has that special goddess and God in them that they can ignite. You know, like I said in my other videos, it just takes levels. There's levels to it. You know, it just depends on, you know, what level you're on. And I think it's worth making a change. I think it's worth investing into yourself. I think it's worth becoming a highly valuable individual as a being on this earth. You know, like, are we trying to make changes? So then tap into that change. Go with the flow. Trust me. You know, some people it takes a year. Some people it takes 2 years, 3 years. It takes a while. This is not something that, you know, you can just do overnight. You have to do this every single day consistently. This is like for the rest of your life. You understand? So if you're trying to tap in. Like, what's up? What's going on? Your girl is always here giving y'all the jewels. You understand? Self-love, self-first is so important. And when you start to realize that self-love is important, yourself first is what's really important. This is how you overfloweth. Fill up your cup so that it can overflow. You understand? So that you can share this information like how I do with you guys. You understand? It's an amazing feeling, and I want this for everybody. I want this for who's ready for it. I want this for the people who's willing to make that time, put that work in. It's every single day. You understand? And it's amazing. Tap in. Self-love. Self-first. At all times. Baby.